Let's try weighted mean here for a second. See if I can get this to work. All right. So if this was mean, right? So let's talk about how mean works real quick. So if I had uh, uh, a bunch of things and I said, give me the mean, what you would do is you would sum up all of the elements or uh, all the numbers and divide by the total number of elements. Okay. So if I had, three, oh, this isn't working. 3 plus or 3 and 6 and 9, and I said what's the mean, you would just go 3 plus 6 plus 9 equals blah whatever and divide that by 3, sorry, because there's 3 elements. Okay, so weighted mean is used when instead of having the actual elements themselves, so instead of having 3, 6 and 9, you've collected your data in ranges. So instead of knowing that actual individual numbers, you have numbers that are kept in ranges. So usually what happens there is we have some sort of tally sheet, and then from the tally, you go ahead and you calculate the frequency. So let me just go over that again. Oh, so real quick, if I was to get some information, and let's pretend this is numbers of nights of rain in different cities, okay, in a month, okay. So we go ahead and we go through different cities and we say, how many nights of rain did you have? Oh, you had 6. So we'll give you a little tally here under 0 to 10. Oh, you had 23. You're here. You had 7 all the way through, and then you add up tallies to find out the frequency. So end up 3, 7, and 10. Now, when we want to talk about this data, we can't go back because we didn't keep track of the individual cities. What we did is we just kept track of the data in the range. But we can still figure out the mean, not the actual mean, but we can use like an estimate to get what we call the weighted mean, which is kind of like not as good, right? Because instead of saying we know the individual points here, these 3 points, we're just going to assume that they're in the middle here, 0 and 10. We're going to say that the average between 0 and 10 is 5, the average between 10 and 20 is 15, and the middle between 20 and 30 is 25. So when I said average, middle, it's the same thing in this case. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that all 3 of these have a value of 5, all 7 of these have a value of 15, and all 10 of these have a value of 25. And then what we do is we say, well, there's a total of 3 plus 7 plus 10. There are 20 elements. Okay, so there are 20 elements, or n is 20. And then what we do for each of these is we go, give me the frequency. So I have 3 5s, right? And I have 7 15s. And I have 10 25s, and I divide that by 20. Okay, so you can think of it like this. All 3 of these guys here, we're going to give value of 5. So if I said find the mean of a bunch of things where I have 3 different 5s, I would go, I have a 5, a 5, a 5, a 15, a 15, a 15, I have 7 of those, and I have 10 25. So if I said find the mean of this data, right, you would just take all these guys, add them up, and divide that by 20, and that's essentially what we're doing here. We have 3 5s, 7 15s, 10 25s, and put them together. Together, there are 20 elements, and then divide by 20, and whatever that is, that's what's called the weighted mean. Okay, so it's not that difficult, but a little bit different. Okay, take care.